everybody. It is another Wednesday, and I'm your host, Kendra. This is my show, My Own Podcast. Okay, the camera's over there. We just talked about this. Shame on me. I'm very, very happy today because I have two amazing women on the show today. I'm going to start from over here. Y'all know her well. This is my sister, my panel sister, also owner, founder of Lupus Has No Face, Miss Savannah Burks. Oh my God. Let me clap. Yes. Girl, yes. You know I got you. Yes. And I am so excited to have you here too, Miss Brittny Keys. She is a real estate agent and former banker and also financial entrepreneur, I would say. This girl know her shit.
I'm trying. Thank you. Of course.
Yes. So today we are here to talk about which we said on the flyer, which is the topic, girl boss. Girl boss is a terminology that carries like a ring to it within our community. I know for a fact when we talk about women who are going above and beyond, women who are shaping their own futures, women who are planning for generational wealth, women who are balancing their lifestyle and their work, and also finding time to pursue their goals, their dreams. Women who are leaders in their community and help others. They're not gatekeepers. Women who stand for something and believe in something and believe that if they do not, then all shall fail. And women who put God first. Can I get amen?
Amen.
All right, we're going to clap for that too. So, let's get started. Brittny. Yeah, I'm talking to you, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Brittny was also a coach at Coach My Growth.
Yes.
She came through for me.
Yes.
And had the opportunity to work with one of our vendors at the event, give some pretty good advice, help them through some of the challenges that come with being at that type of event. So I want to applaud you for that. That was fantastic. I appreciate you for doing that.
That was a wonderful event. You did
Thank
great
you.
work with that.
Thank you.
Yes.
And since then, you've completely changed your career direction. You started off in banking and finance and bookkeeping, right?
Yeah, that was the most recent point that I was at.
Okay. Do you want to share a little bit more about like your beginning, like when you first kind of started as a woman? Because I feel like all of the pieces, when you like look at the direction to become a leader or a boss, it starts somewhere. And a lot of people wonder, like, where did you come from?
Yeah.
Share a little bit about that.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't go too far back, but I really take pride in the fact that I started working really early. So I feel like my girl boss spirit was kind of like as soon as I could get my hands on a work permit at like 14.
Yeah.
I was walking up the street to George Webb to wait on tables after school, weekends, whenever I can get in. So that tenacity and that attitude has just followed me throughout my career. From then I transitioned to retail. I was in the retail space for a very long time. Working through all the positions back in the day when we were all working in the malls.
Yeah.
You name the store, I probably worked at it or managed it, and then transitioned into banking. And I fell in love with banking because it reminded me of the space of being with numbers and doing like operations and schedules and things like that. But it was more intimate. It was more impactful, talking to people about their financial picture. Financial literacy is a huge passion of mine. So I developed that over time. And I really got into a space where I really enjoyed, being that teacher. Mm-hmm. So transitioning into real estate to me was very parallel. I mean, you have to understand the mortgage side of it, right, to be able to help somebody.
Right, right.
And I did do a quick stint in mortgage servicing too, so I have a little bit of background to touch on that. But my girl boss attributes in all that I developed while I was in those career paths allowed me to transition into real estate and carve out this really unique space of being a former banker and bookkeeper. So now I can speak to both sides, right? I've got that analytical space because I can look at things and really think through them, and translate them into what they mean and making it make sense to my clients.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it may seem a little different to go from banking to real estate, but it hasn't been linear, but it all's been parallel as far as like all my experiences.
I love that. So, that's an amazing journey that you've taken thus far. And I know that everything that you're going to continue to do will blossom and be fruitful. And you have that confidence. I love that. I love your confidence.
She do, don't she?
Yes. She be having y'all. She do not. She be having her head high. She don't fucking play by herself.
Not at all.
I think that's another attribute of a girl boss is don't fucking play with yourself
at all.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be like, who
are you talking about?
Who? What? You ain't talking about me because I know what the fuck I got going on over here. So yeah, I think it comes with having that confidence, having the right attitude, and like you said, like really, really putting yourself in a position where you want to learn and use that to cultivate better things within yourself, but also put that seed in others. I don't feel like you're truly a boss until you can plant a seed into someone else and help them flourish as well, right?
So we're gonna clap for
that. Absolutely.
Yeah. I understand from some point of view as to why some people are afraid to share information. They're afraid to give people some of the knowledge that they've learned. But I get that fear, but also I just don't get it. I just don't get the fear. In a sense of, again, leadership comes with wanting to plant that seed, wanting to give someone something to hold on to, helping people to understand that they also have a future and that someone's always going to invest in them as willing as they are to invest in themselves. Right. So let's talk a little bit about this. I did ask for a few questions today just because I wanted to get to learn more about you. So tell me, what does girl boss mean to you and how has it influenced your career?
I mean, to you ladies' point, girl boss is really about confidence. Like, you're truly going within yourself and betting on yourself, whatever arena that may be in. So, I mean, you could be working for somebody else, but you're very much a girl boss in your own right in the way that you handle your business as an employee. You can be a girl boss and running your own business. There's just, to me, it's more of an attitude. It's just like being unapologetically ambitious in life and your career. So it doesn't have to necessarily be just about work. It can be about the way you handle yourself in your friendships, your relationships, and the way that you network and things of that nature. So
I love it.
That's what girl boss is. Being confident, standing on you, betting on yourself, and just being ambitious about it, not letting anybody tell you any different.
Yes, ma'am. You tell them.
Yeah.
You tell them. Look, I fuck with it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's dope. That is dope.
What you think, Savannah? Girl boss, what does it mean?
I think it is. I think it's the way that you carry yourself, the way that you act, how you stand on your stuff, how you know your stuff, how you show up, how you show out, how you present yourself, how you dress, how you look, how you speak, and how you take care of those that surround you. You can't just be that and not take care of your people.
Agreed.
So
absolutely
I
agree.
Agreed.
I'm giving you the snaps too.
What do you think, babe?
Girl, I really feel like when it comes to being a girl boss, and we have to think about the word boss in general, it means doing what you're supposed to do. And I think when you put girl attached to it, it means you thought that I couldn't, but bitch, just the fuck I can.
Okay, I felt that. I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that. Like, she boss. Like,
it's hard.
You think something different? Okay, I felt that.
I love that.
So like you said, kind of that it does come with that attitude of, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
But also, I think a girl boss is also someone that can listen and be mentored, not just feel like she has to control the room or feels like
Yes.
she needs to direct everyone. A girl boss listens. A girl boss is not afraid to sit down sometimes and let somebody else take the stage so that they can prosper, so they can have the shine as well. It's not just about self, it's about what you project into the universe. It's
Mhm.
the energy that you convey. It's deeper than it appears on the surface. And I think it's more important to us in the Black community as women because we endure so much. We're expected to be so much in our careers and our families. And we're also expected to take care of us. We got
Yes.
to look the part. We got to speak the part. Like you were saying earlier, we got to sound the way. We got to walk that walk. As much as we talk the talk, we can't just think shit gonna get handed to us. Nothing is going to be handed to us. And so I believe that that is why it's such a prominent terminology amongst Black women within our community. Um, Now I shared something with you ladies earlier because we're about to take a spin
Let's go.
dive.
Let's go. I'm ready. I'm excited.
About to take a spin. So earlier I was just doing some research on Girl Boss, and I called both of you ladies, and I was like, I gotta share this with y'all because I learned something new. And I feel like that's what girl bosses do, right?
Yes.
We call each other, we chop it up, but we give some knowledge. We don't just call and gossip and waste time and play around.
Absolutely.
Girl bosses uplift each other and we educate each other.
100%.
It could be we cooking dinner. I'm about to call you. I read an article. I just seen some shit on the news. I just had an idea.
I love it. I love it.
You know what I mean? I read a book. You know what I mean? While I was on my way to work, I had an idea. I need you to hear me out.
Yeah.
That's what girl bosses do. We are fully engaged in
And
each
nice.
other's well-being and growth. Absolutely.
Can't
We're
be mean.
kind.
Mhm.
We don't plot against each other. We don't want to see each other fail. We praise each other. We clap for each other.
Yes.
So it's so big. It is such a big thing, especially within our community. But I did read an article today, and it taught me something new. It was speaking on how millennials, you guys know that terminology, our age. I'm in my 30s. You ladies in your 30s, right?
Established in 1988.
Yeah,
Probably
85
yes.
babies.
Yes.
80 babies for sure.
Yes.
Um, that is a terminology that has developed amongst us, our group of women, as we were coming up and becoming ourselves. That was something for us to hold on to. Honestly, it was like an affirmation or like a manifestation, something telling us you can do it, you can do this, and nothing can hold you back. And it also said that, in my opinion, or for me, it said you don't really need to do things the way other people do them.
Absolutely not.
Do them the way that you want to do it. Do it your way. But also don't be so closed off and closed minded that you can't accept criticism. You can't accept feedback. Because all that is collective.
Yes.
I would not be me if somebody didn't say something to me like, you need to work on this. Or if I didn't take the time to be like, okay, what do I need to work on?
Right.
You know what I'm
Who
saying?
can I partner with that
Yeah.
can provide, that part that I'm missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, being
True.
teachable.
Being
Yeah.
teachable and constantly being a resource as you can. I'm very, very firm on if I don't know now, I will help you find the answers.
Yes.
If I don't know the person today, let me ask a friend of a friend. Maybe that friend know a friend, and we gonna all be friends. You
Yes.
feel me?
Right.
Yes.
That's that
So-
love. That's that loving. People don't
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah,
They
people don't do
these
that.
days. You can't tell them about nothing.
Can't tell them nothing. They
And
all
that's why they don't grow.
stagnant.
Stagnant.
That's hurtful.
Stagnant.
It is hurtful because especially when you can see that they can go so much further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they would get out their own way.
Mhm.
But I mean, I could say I've been guilty of that too. We all come to that space when we're in due time.
Yeah.
So it's all a lesson, all part of it. It may not be in the timing that we see fit, but maybe down the line, they get to a point where they're just like, you know what? I heard Savannah say that like 2 years ago. I should have listened to her. Kendra just told me about that, and I didn't really receive it the way I should have. So,
Yeah. Absolutely.
just all in due time.
It is in due time. And
Have
that's
faith.
important. Everybody knowing they got their own timing. What you
Take
think,
the good with
sis?
the bad. You gotta take the good with the bad.
Mhm.
You gotta be able to be coachable. You gotta be able to be teachable, because if you're not, you're gonna, like she said, you're gonna be stagnant at the information that you know, and you're gonna be at a standstill, and those people are gonna surpass you. And you're not gonna have no friends.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna have no friends. Nobody's gonna want to sit at the same table as you because you're ugly.
Your personality.
It's
Personality is
Inside.
ugly. Nobody wants
The
to deal with
inside.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, who are you? Why do you think you better than me? Why do you think you know more than me? Like, what qualifies you to
Yeah.
know more than me? What qualifies you to be at the front? What qualifies you not to be able to be teachable?
Mm-hmm.
Who says that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. I know a lot of people like that. I'm just be like, oh,
It is a lot of people like that. It's also a lot of people that feel like, you got to learn your way. You got to bump your head, and they want to see you bump your head. They want to see you fall and get up.
Yeah.
But I feel like girl bosses, they ask you, what are you struggling with and how can I help?
yeah, what
They're
you need?
solutionists, not opportunists.
Or they identify that, right? They're
Yeah.
like, I went through the same thing that you went through. I was in this space, and I wish somebody would have told
Would have
me.
told
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Would have told me.
So I'm telling you to
Ooh.
say
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I found because you close.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
would have told me.
Yes.
That's that caring, that learning, that bumped your head and want to see other people grow. Most people be like, I had to go through it, so you do too. Like, why are you like that? Who hurt
Mhm.
you?
I mean, I've had some bosses, like some girl bosses like that, right? Like some
What's wrong
girl
with
bosses
them?
get in those spaces and they get really protective of it because
Ooh, you redirected. She redirected the conversation. Yes.
they get a little protective of it, and then they don't always create that avenue for the ones that are coming behind them based off, some intimidation there if they surpass them. So I think the best kind of girl bosses are the ones that can lead from behind, and the ones that aren't scared if they happen to bring somebody up or train somebody up that outperforms them in the long run.
Exactly.
My thing is, what's for you is for you.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter when you get there, but what's for you is what's for you. Like I had a dope boss. She was so smart, so intelligent. I gave her praise all the time because she was just always feeding me gems,
Mhm.
right? But then somebody else sat in her seat because she retired. And with all due respect, she did not know. I don't even know how she got that position, that seat. I knew more than her,
Mhm.
and she wanted me to do all her work, but she was mean as hell to me. Like, what? And I was the youngest one in my department, you know. And she didn't know anything. So lack of respect. You want me to do all your work, and you want me to train all these people that's coming through? I don't think so.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. People just, when they have those titles, they let that go through their head.
Some people do.
And then when you're black and you're young, it goes against everything. I don't understand why. And you are in need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's where that's at.
But that kind of sets the tone for the direction I was taking it with the article I shared earlier. So it kind of talks about how Generation Z is basically seeing the girl boss term in a negative light. When they see girl boss, they think of women who are just like the women you described,
Right.
so caught up in their egos and so protective and defensive of the journey that they took, that they want to keep it all to themselves, and they become this type of energy that it's just not good. It's not good energy. They become these people who hurt the other ones underneath them that are just looking up to them.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when people say never meet your hero because you might be disappointed.
Oh.
I really don't think I would like Beyonce if I met her.
I
I love the girl. I went to the concert. I spent the money. I was there for the entertainment, but as a person,
Yeah.
I don't think I would like her if I met her.
That's the crazy part though. Yeah.
But I respect her as a boss, as
Yeah.
a girl boss especially. Yes.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so ugly? Though? I never understood that. Is it a thing that you was brought up to
I think
it's
it's the generational experience, right? Like if you don't recognize that each generation has like a certain responsibility or sacrifice. Like the boomers, they were the ones to really deal with the boys club, right?
Yeah.
Like there was no getting in, right? And then the few of them that did, which are likely the ladies that we have experienced or talk about that are really protective of their position, they went through so much to get there.
Yeah.
And they had this mentality and experience that they would never see it. So it's really hard for them to look at us and see that we didn't have to go what they went through, but we're getting to where they are faster, and then we're surpassing them. So they don't see that as like their sacrifice to open the door for us.
Right.
They see that as, them getting canceled out after all the hard work that they put in to get as far as they did.
People don't understand. You get so much praise when you have a seat. When you're around the appropriate people, you get so much praise when you're giving somebody else that throne.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
People do it. People do it all the time.
It's the fear of losing it all. I think
it's not never losing it. You really
that's
don't
the thing.
lose it, though.
That's what they're afraid of.
You don't really lose it, and it takes a team to be successful. I don't.
Yeah.
Some people say I did this by myself. I got it in my. No, you did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a team to be successful, and you want to have a team to continue to be successful and grow. Right. There's no way you're doing this by yourself.
No,
I cannot. And those type of people do not give the people the credit that helped them. People, this quote unquote thing, like why?
Right.
Why do you want to do it by yourself? It's so stressful. You got to wear all the hats that you know nothing about.
I can't tell you how many people are disappointing that I admired. I was so admirable of them that I just wanted to spend some time with them. I respected them.
That's beautiful.
And I seen them. And I was like, everything that you do, everything that you've done, I've watched you. And you doing your motherfucking thing.
That's beautiful.
Just to go and tell somebody that can go so far.
Yeah.
I've had people that I've told that to look at me crazy, like.
Because they ain't used to that. They ain't used to getting that love poured into them.
Yeah, like, what? Girl, what you want from me? Kind of look. Like, I don't want shit from you. I don't want a motherfucking thing from you. I want to do it myself. But I'm letting you know that I acknowledge what you're doing, what you put out there is influencing me. It's impacting many women. How many women have y'all heard say, how many black women have y'all heard say, I don't want no black woman manager? Because once they get in a position of power, they don't treat you right. How many of you have heard that from black women?
Oh, I've heard it.
It hurts.
It does.
You know what? You a man.
I don't love you for that. The reason that you might think.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because they were the most protective people in every position I've ever had.
They seem to be like that. The ones that I'm talking about, the ones that black women fear in corporate America. I'm just going to say corporate America because this is the only time I've ever experienced this was in corporate America. I had this boss and I used to work at a bank and she would purposely go around and tell people, I see y'all over here. Y'all think y'all in high school again, huh? Because y'all talking over here. Y'all not supposed to be talking. You supposed to be at your seat. You can't know. What are you doing? That's not acceptable. Don't make me write you up. I'm sorry. I got kids. I'm a grown woman and my work gets done. It's these environments where there are people like that. And unfortunately, I did experience that with a woman of color. Crazy thing is, Generation Z has now stated that the terminology for girl boss can also be a negative thing. It can represent a woman who takes her power too far in a negative context to where she is insinuating that other women that are not in her position of power are doing things that have no value, or at least not as valuable as they see themselves. It's like, oh, you just a part of the process, but you're not a part of the overall big picture. So there's a lot of people who won't go after those promotions. They won't negotiate their salaries. Women will not. How many black women will not negotiate their salaries, and they will just take what the company is giving them? A lot, especially black women, man, they'll tell you the lowest. And I'm a recruiter in corporate America. I've seen this where I've had to coach women and say, yeah, this is the pay range, but you go on that interview and you tell them what you want. See, that's my legacy and pouring into other women. Yeah, this position starts at 35, but it goes up to 53. What do you think you're worth? And I will tell them, go on that interview, because the least that they can tell you is no. You tell them exactly what you feel you are worth. And you need to make sure you come in there with facts,
Yes.
stats, data. Don't let them judge you because you have a skirt on. You show them what the hell you've achieved. You talk about your accomplishments. You come in there with, I got a 20% on initiating this process in the beginning. When I came into the company, I was able to contribute 20% of that growth in that project. And I had just came in the door. I was able to apply this type of knowledge that was transferable from this role to this role. And it was able to impact these leaders. And now I'm a part of all these other things that are coming and being implemented in this company. Girl bosses, they fight for themselves.
Absolutely.
They fight for each other. They realize it's not just about them. It's about all of us collectively. Right? So
Yes.
What y'all got? What y'all got?
So I got a question for the both of y'all. What drives your passion and ambition as a boss lady?
Ooh, describe your passion and ambition, you said?
What drives your passion and ambition as a boss lady?
I'll let you go first, yeah.
Okay. I rehearsed my answer. I got this. What drives my ambition? I would have to say, just to be in the space to be able to know that whatever comes from it, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really take pride in being a result giver. You know, like when I was in a certain space, when I was in banking, I created these opportunities that I knew my peers weren't creating, right? I was doing things that I knew that were outside of the scope, but I was trying to take myself to the next level in that space. But they kept trying to bring me back to printing debit cards at my desk. And so I'm just kind of like, I'm bigger than this. I can feel it. I've gone out here. I've done this. I brought this to the table. I've outperformed leaders in this space. So just knowing that I can bring to the table what I'm committed to, that I can produce excellence, that is what keeps me, you know, ambitious and driven as a girl boss.
I love
That's
it.
dope.
I love it. I'm going to clap for you on that.
That's dope.
That is dope.
Miss Kendra.
Okay.
What drives your passion and ambition as a boss lady?
I would say, what drives it, man, I don't want to leave this life and didn't do nothing. Like, I need to leave something behind that helps people. What drives me is knowing that if I'm doing good things, if I'm being the best version of me, if I am grateful and appreciative, just that energy in itself is going to go somewhere to somebody. It's going to impact something in the best way. There's so many bad things that happen in the world today, things that we don't even ask to see, that we're exposed to every day, and we lack the positive things.
True.
And so I'm just driven by the fact that I know we need positivity.
Yeah.
I'm just driven by the fact that I want to be around them type of people. I'm driven by the fact that I'm sick of the mean girls. I'm sick of the, of the foolishness and the bad mouthing and all the negative shit that people do. I'm sick of that shit. Like, it pisses me off. I want to be looked at as somebody who didn't always put myself first, in a sense of everything that I did or everything that I do, it doesn't just impact me. It impacts other people as well in a positive way. So that's really what motivates me. Like, when I bring people together, it's because I know this person's going to be good for you. This person's going to speak life into you. This person is going to grow more because they know you, just because they're in your presence. So I try to do that. I try to do that a lot. Just bring good minds together, good people, good-hearted people. What drives me is just being good.
Love that.
But
You know
not
what I
the
mean?
A
good.
lot of people is
Yes.
not good. They just evil
They
and
are.
mean and just so messy and gossipy. Like, why are you like that?
Because what
Yeah.
else do they have to focus on? Right? Like, you're too busy to be gossiping about somebody else. You're way too busy to be gossiping about anybody else. I'm way too busy to be gossiping about
Right.
anybody else. So it's like when you don't have that confidence and that drive in yourself, you attack that in other people and you try to tear that down. And it may
Yeah.
not even be like a conscious decision, like, oh, I see she's doing fantastic things. I'm not focused on anything. Let me talk about her. It's something that's deep down in them that they don't even realize.
Right.
So it's like, kind of just got to let it go and use it as fuel.
Yeah, I've been around people and I'm just like all I do is talk about people. Like it's different levels of talking about people, right?
Fair enough.
I'm talking about the talking about people. And it's just like every time I talk to you, this is what you own. You are draining me. I don't even want to be a part of that. And it makes you look at somebody that you care for, that was your people for such a long time. Like, I don't want no parts of that because
Mhm.
for me, in my mind, if you're doing all of this to your people, you definitely doing this to me. And I don't know
Mhm.
what you talking about. It couldn't be much, but you're doing it. Like,
Right.
you're an ugly person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That what makes people the surface people. You may be doing really well to yourself, but you will never be corporate because of your attitude, your ways, how you talk, how you operate with people. You know, so you gonna be stagnant because of who you are.
Right.
You don't want to give up that, I don't know what, messiness part of you, right?
They
That's
don't
so
want to give us
ugly.
something. They don't want to
Like,
give us
if
something.
you called me and said you needed something for your real estate, and you called me and said you needed something for your podcast, anything or anytime that I have, and I call y'all my people, I will look and I will tell y'all what I have found. Most grown women do not do that, and I don't call them grown because you can't be grown operating like a kid, right?
Fair enough.
Girl, yeah. You right.
People are just okay. So I have one more question for you guys. How do you navigate challenges and setbacks with resilience and grace? Resilience and grace. How do you navigate
first.
challenges, setbacks with resilience and grace?
Okay. I can go first.
Okay.
First, you gotta bite that damn ego. That shit hurts so bad.
Humble
You
thyself.
do.
Yes. You really gotta sit there and sulk in that shit for a little minute. Right? And be like, damn, I'm fucked up.
Yep.
And they saw me fuck up. Damn. You know? So I really think it comes with, you know, you gotta look at yourself and say, yes, sometimes I'm the problem. Sometimes I'm the problem. You gotta keep saying it. Sometimes I'm the problem. You know what I mean? You gotta really tell yourself, like, once you acknowledge that, that's just gonna bring you to better things in life. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. It feels like you're giving up something when you have to say that, damn, I wasn't right this time. Or damn, I really, really thought that was gonna work.
Yeah.
And the fact that it didn't, what did I do wrong? Or maybe I didn't do something wrong. Maybe I didn't listen to something someone told me. Maybe I didn't take something in, like you were saying earlier. Maybe I didn't receive that the way I should have. So I really think it comes with accountability and telling yourself it's okay to mess up, but you look so much better with those mistakes. I think it was Kenyatta during our last panel discussion. She said, I'll fear for you if you ain't never been through nothing.
Yes, that was her.
If you ain't never been through nothing, Kenyatta, I'm quoting you, sis. She said, I'm scared for your motherfucking ass. Why? Because now you don't know what it looks like. You have no idea. You can't empathize. You can't get the grips of the real world. So anything that comes to try to tear you down may have it easy because you haven't come to terms with the fact that you are a human being and you are vulnerable and you make mistakes. You have to. If you do not, what are you? And I think it was Judge Rogers. I think it was Judge Rogers that said, what the fuck is wrong with you if you don't want to crawl before you walk?
Yeah.
I remember what my people say. I be taking that shit in. This is what I mean when I say girl bosses. Not only do we lead, we follow.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to follow. You
Yes.
have to listen to other people, and you have to. Sometimes you got to do what you didn't think was possible, but somebody else suggested it, and your plan just looked like shit after they suggested it, and now you got to be like, you know what? Yeah, well, scratch
Yeah.
that. Scratch that. Forget what I said.
You
You
get a
know,
clap
let's
for
do
that
what
one.
you talk about. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's that grown woman boss stuff. Yes, being able to take that back seat. That's dope. Mhm.
You
Yeah,
set it
so-
off, Kendra. On top of that,
Let's go, baby.
I pray.
Yeah.
I just have come to the space where I'm just like, what is he trying to tell me?
Absolutely.
What did I not see? Well, maybe not what I didn't see, but why isn't this for me? Or, you know, am I supposed to go to another direction? Is that what this is about? Because I used to get so caught up on things that would challenge me and it would knock me completely off my plan.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
I had this whole plan. I had this ideal. I set it up. I started to execute it. In the middle of it, blew up, and I just would lose it. I would just be all out of sorts. But as I got older and more faithful, I just came to the space of, okay, I need to talk to God.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have a moment. We need to reset. And then that's how I just process it and deal with it. Like, okay, what happened? How can I learn from it? And how is that going to equip me going forward?
Yes. You just said something so powerful.
Really?
Yes.
All right. I was trying to find something. You had
Girl,
a lot.
what? That was so good. I'm clapping.
No, that's authentic. That's dope.
What about you, Savannah?
Yes.
What?
Such a lady. What you got?
I'm stealing your question because I don't have
it. How do I navigate through challenges, setback, with resilience and grace? I learn from my mistakes.
Yep.
I set a plan. I put everything in it to execute it. And if it does not work, I re-strategize and see if it's even for me to regain plan again, because some things that's not even for us, right?
Yes.
And it'd be like, that's not for me. I'm not gonna never do that again. But it's like, if I would have did this, it would have worked better this way.
Yeah.
And that's how I do it.
I love it. I love it, girl.
Yeah.
I'm clapping.
That's how I do it. That's how I do it. You can't grow if you don't learn.
Can't grow if you don't learn.
So I'm gonna look at the comments. We got makeup artist JB. Hey boo. I love that you be tapping in. You are next coming on the show. Quit playing with me. She is also a Scorpio. I love her.
Scorpios in the house.
She says facts. Personality be ugly, but there are some good people in Milwaukee willing to help one another.
There are a lot.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You are one of them, sis.
Where are they?
Let me tell you how dope she is. This is what I love about the whole engaging and interaction piece, is that I can actually shout people out and give them their flowers live when they tap in. Make sure y'all tap in, because I'm going to give you motherfucking flowers. Quit playing with me. Makeup artist JB hit me up randomly. She made a post on Facebook and said, I want to help women business owners by doing their makeup for free.
Oh, clap to you. That is dope.
Yes. She had me come down. She did my makeup. We did a whole little clip and all that. And she did a video on social media where she actually highlighted me, my podcast, and my business. Shout out to you, sis. You dope.
That
You
is
dope.
beautiful.
And she is a great makeup artist.
That is
She's a great
beautiful.
makeup
Sounds
artist.
like a real girl boss.
Yes. Yes. There go my cousin Taiwan. What up, Taiwan?
Hey,
He said
Ty.
true. You made me want to say it just like what's his name? 2 Chainz. True. Trail Virgil. What's up? I don't think I've ever seen you watch my show before, but welcome to the platform. I'm glad that you are tapping in. Please continue to. I think that is so super important that I also have men watching the show and giving feedback, because you guys are valued. Black men, we love you. You are valued. Y'all are kings. Me and Savannah was talking about this here earlier. Black women are the number one group that when we talk about our men, we highlight them as kings. When they doing what the fuck they supposed to do, we highlight them as kings.
That's right.
So listen, kings out there. We love you. We appreciate you. Y'all keep being bosses. Matter of fact, a lot of guys, when I approach them and I know they on their shit because I be seeing how they move, I see their motion, I approach them like, what's happening, boss? That's how I approach them. That's how I approach them. I don't be like, what up, Trail? When I see you, Trail, I'm like, what up, boss? That's how we do it. He says, I'm so proud of you, beautiful black women. And he got like 4 exclamation marks right there. Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot to us. Marquise Johnson, grown woman energy. Yes. Thank you, Marquise. Boss man, I'll be seeing you. Your statuses, they have value. They have substance. It's a lot of crazy stuff on the internet. But you make sure you take the time out of your day to put some positivity back into the universe. So shout out to you, Marquise.
Shout out, Marquise.
Yes. So yeah, this has been a great time, y'all. Yeah. I feel like we're gonna run this back again. We're gonna have a whole new topic next time.
No, we should.
Oh, no, it's over.
No, it ain't over because I gotta learn some more about
questions for y'all.
Yes, matter of fact, I have not even gotten to all the
questions.
You did have.
Girl, what?
Y'all seen that clip of like Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg when they were on the show, and Snoop Dogg pranked them and was like, "You didn't get a binder? I was up all night studying the binder." That's how I feel like Kevin Hart. Like, oh my god, I didn't get a binder.
Girl, no. I did not see that. So now you gotta send me that link.
What link?
Me? With the video?
I'm gonna find it for you. Yeah.
I'm like, who?
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Girl, let me ask you something, Brittny.
Oh boy.
How do you balance maintaining your girl boss drive while also ensuring self-care and work-life harmony? I think a lot of women want to do this.
Yeah.
But they can't always do it. But girl, every time I see you, you look the fuck good. So spill the tea, goddammit. Spill the tea. You know what?
Thanks, man.
Tell us now.
You would think as a Libra I would be better at this. But
Libra!
We got Libras in the house.
The Libras is something else.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
Listen now, she my favorite Libra, okay? But welcome to the club, Brittny.
So yeah, you think I'd be better at balancing, but I'm not. So truthfully, with coming into this new industry, it's been a challenge to find any kind of balance because it's like there's so much I'm trying to learn. There's so much I'm trying to teach myself. There's so much I'm trying to establish so that things are more streamlined and polished later on as I go through it, right? So in the very beginning, I was all in. I was waking up. I was immediately, looking at new listings, just going. And then eventually it caught up with me, right? Y'all know, I'm pretty sure y'all have been there. Your own body will sit you down.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always at the worst time, right? It's like, I gotta do this, and this. But I feel like total crap. So I had to learn to take responsibility to keep myself out of that space and just be honest with myself. Like, I don't have to be on top of everything all the time as far as my career goes, just to justify my space in being in that. So I just had to be honest with myself. When are you least busy? When do you have some time to be flexible? Sit down and actually map it and plan it out as best you can. And when you have some kind of framework, you can manipulate it, right? It's like, I may not get to this at this point, but I know I got this free time coming up later. Or maybe I need to switch these things around because something happened. But just like really making it a point to tap into all that you have going on, getting out of my own head and thinking that I can keep it all managed up here and actually drawing it out and put it in front of me and then saying, this is what this time is for.
Let me tell you something, because what you just said just rang a bell. You know what that's called? That's called grace over grind.
Okay.
That is called grace over grind.
Okay.
That is saying that is, and I sent y'all another video in the panel chat.
Okay.
I seen something with grace over
grind. That was it.
Okay.
That was it. And this lady talks about how there is so much pressure on us to get everything done, to be so great, to drive a Benz, to dress the best, to hold our head up high, to be beautiful, to sparkle all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we supposed to just be glitter girls all the time. No.
It's okay not to be.
It's okay not to be.
It's okay not to be.
Absolutely.
Grace over grind.
You need to not be sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's acknowledging okay, I'm tired.
I really am. I'm not gonna do this right now.
Yeah.
This thing can wait. I
This
want
can
it
wait.
done, but it doesn't have to be. Right? Yeah.
And I'm not about to let work come into my home to where now I'm projecting on my kids. I'm projecting on my other family members or my friends because things are tough and I'm over here up to my fucking forehead and paperwork and you know what I mean and whatever. We are so valuable as women. Like we just need to just sit in that. Just sit in it.
Mhm.
We got tomorrow.
Yes.
More than likely, yes, we do.
Yeah.
More than likely.
The chances, and you know what, knock on wood, where the wood at? The chances of God being like, you know what? I know I put you through all this, but yeah, psych.
And that's what used to keep me going like crazy because tomorrow isn't promised. I used to
Right.
be like, what if I don't get this done? I'll be so mad. Like I won't be around to be mad, but I'll be so mad. But I just had to realize, like, you know, he gave me the day. Maybe this is the day that he meant for me to sit down,
Yeah.
get my nails done, get my toes done, play with my son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever the case may be.
Whatever
So,
it is.
just recognizing that time needs to happen. It's as important as everything else, and getting it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is.
Amen to that.
Yes, ma'am.
It feels good when you're able to sit down and not do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy sitting on the couch looking at TV, falling asleep, waking up. Like that's good because we always busy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I enjoy
Even-
those nothing times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's to me, that's like a highlight for me.
Like when you can sit and eat your meal in peace and watch your show and finish the whole episode.
Mhm.
Or binge watch something.
Yes,
Oh.
get 2 episodes.
Speaking of girl bosses and episodes and TV shows and all that, I started watching this show on Netflix called Inventing Anna. It's about
That
this
was
girl.
amazing.
It's so fucking
That
good.
was
No.
amazing.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. She is nuts.
She's fucking savage.
She is.
Genius.
She is.
But
She
look,
is.
she's genius.
Man, that mouthpiece got her through.
She's genius. I'm sorry. I'm
It's,
playing.
She scammed a bank out of millions of dollars.
I'm watching that again. This
She
is gonna be my
scammed
third
people out of
time.
thousands of dollars.
Yes,
I
I always
loved
see
it.
something different.
I
That
was
girl
on
is
one.
cold.
She's insane.
But it's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's even crazier.
And it was produced by Shonda Land, who's also the executive producer for Bridgerton, which is also a very popular show.
That lady can write a show.
Shonda Land doing a thing. Okay.
Yes.
When I tell you they told that story about this white girl who is from Germany, who's also Russian. She's an immigrant who came to the United States with big dreams. And she had made up in her mind that she was not going to be poor. She was not going to be broke. And she was not going to live the lifestyle that was kind of put on her in birth. Did she do it right? No. I would not encourage being a scam artist. I would not encourage being a con artist. But just seeing the power that women can possess when we get around the right people, that's what I learned from watching it.
Mm.
The power that we possess, the louder our voices can get in the room when we are put in places we are supposed to be. When we have a plan,
Yes.
when we are focused and determined, we can do anything.
She is
Absolutely.
very determined.
Very.
She dressed the part, talked the part, played the
I was
part.
like, what the fuck? Had a whole trial. Only did 3 years, and Netflix paid her $300,000 for her story. And she was also paid another $300,000 by Vanity Fair magazine to tell her story.
Really?
She also now has a podcast where she interviews people and they come in and talk about their business and their lives. So she was supposed to be deported back to Germany.
No, she's not.
Now she's
They
saying
was
what's
gonna
happening.
deport-
It
They was
wasn't
supposed to
written in
deport her.
her script.
It wasn't. That's the thing. But they tried to, so it's interesting. One of the things I learned about that show too, they were talking about how men would have never got the sentence that she had. Initially, they were looking at 4 to 12 years for her.
Mm.
But a man who commits a white collar crime, never. Never.
Why
Did she have
is
good
that?
lawyers? Did she have the right
She have a
lawyers?
team lawyer.
She had an average ass lawyer who was just getting started, remember?
That's why.
Okay,
I only
remember
watched
that
it
part.
once.
I remember. See,
That's
that's why I
probably
be watching
why.
it again.
Yeah, that's why.
I
She didn't get
binge
far enough to
watched
get
the
good
whole
lawyer.
episode on Monday when I was at home. Sick. Watched the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Okay, see, look, we got some more comments. He says Libra brings balance.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Snaps.
we do.
Yes, we do.
Why are people so pressed about being in a relationship, opposed to embracing being alone and really getting themselves together?
Ooh, can we listen? Okay, so I'm gonna take a stab at it. I feel like I'm speaking from experience.
Go ahead, baby.
I know for a fact that our body, our mind speaks to us when we are not supposed to be in a relationship. Our thoughts come, our body moves without moving, but we don't do anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of time go by and it becomes worse than what it already is. I feel like when your body tells you to leave, for me, you should leave to savage whatever time that you have and whatever could come by forcing yourself to stay, right? And so when you are alone, you're not really lonely. Like, it gets lonely because you're elevating. Anytime you elevate and you grow, it's going to get lonely.
Yeah.
But when you're by yourself and not in them relationships that you are not supposed to be in, it's almost like it's overly with joy.
It's like a rebirth.
It's a rebirth. People are brought in that will never have been brought in.
Yeah.
If you was in those relationships, you are conquering things that you would never conquer when you are in those relationships. So many doors opens up when you are not in those relationships, and when it comes so quickly after being out of those relationships, you cannot help but to know that you was not never supposed to be in that relationship anyways.
Yeah.
After the fact, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I will choose to be single with growth over an unhealthy relationship over any day, because I have seen what such a small window frame has brought to me. It has, and the doors has opened up versus so many years of a relationship that you shouldn't have been in the first place anyways. And you're living in your truth. You're not minimizing. You're not dimming your light. You're not compromising. You're not doing that. You're around the people that you're supposed to be around, the people that are accepting you with love and that's pouring into you with love.
Yeah.
And they are genuine.
Girl, you just said a whole word.
She didn't she? She said a whole lot.
I love my people
Yeah.
that's pouring into me, that has fed me, that has understood me, and that's understanding me, and that's not taking anything from my light. I love my people. Thank y'all.
Yes.
I appreciate
yes, girl.
Appreciate
What? Listen. Okay, so I also feel like people are pressed about being in a relationship because ever since we were kids, that's all we were really conditioned to focus on. Well, as a woman, I just remember my dad always saying, make sure he open doors for you. Make sure he bring you flowers. Ain't nobody just good for my baby. My baby needs a good man. So as you grow up, also if your father's been in your life, or if you have any type of respect for your father, let's start there. Because I've seen some fathers be in their kids' life, and if their kids don't respect them, then it's not received, and then they end up being baby's kids.
I love baby kids.
So let's talk about the ones that actually have respect for their fathers. We look for our fathers in those men, not intentionally. We're not like going around with a flashlight or some type of magnifying glass. We are just conditioned as young women, when you have a good father, that's what it's supposed to look like. When you are a woman, when you are a full grown woman and you are out here being in your womanness, which a lot of us don't get to do these days. Because some dudes out here is just some suckers. But not all. I didn't say all. Some. But like you were saying earlier, a lot of us will stay And some of those relationships we don't need.
No.
So
It's crazy because your father, most fathers, good fathers, even if they're not good fathers, most fathers set the foundation of how you should be treated. So if your father is opening up the door for you and doing all these amazing things, you can't help but to want a man that way. But like Kendra said, these new age dudes, oh, who's opening up doors for you? Who's doing this? The right man will.
Right,
The right man will.
right.
You may not be. And I'm sorry, ladies, but it's a lot of our faults how these men treat us because I'm gonna say we. I have not done it, but I'm gonna say we because I'm a woman. We want to take care of these men like we are the man. We want to be so independent. No, no, no. You cannot be independent when you are with a man. That's not what independency is. Independency is, in my opinion, if that man loses everything, you are able to sustain what y'all have until he get back on his feet. That's what that means. Not that you are taking this and you are doing this and you are acting like the man. Because we're not able to live in our femininity when we're doing that.
No.
Now, we're not
Yeah.
saying that we're going to blow all our money. Our money is kept for savings and other things when our men do fall on bad times, so we can take care of the family. And it's okay for our ladies for us to take care of our man here and there or shower him because he's taking care of
Right,
home,
right.
right? It's okay to do for your man, but not act like the man.
girl,
Go ahead.
I don't know. You got to work.
yeah,
I just think a lot of people are scared of being by
Yes.
themselves because you see a whole lot when there's nobody else to point a finger at. You
Yeah.
got to really deal with you. There's nobody else to blame other than you. So I'm on the opposite side, right? Like most of my adult life, I never really was in a relationship, never really
Really?
dated. Yeah. So I was very familiar with being single, holding myself accountable. I used to take my birthdays as markers and say, how have I grown?
mm-hmm.
What is different about me this year? What can I do next year? Right. And making sure I did that. And before I met, Max's dad, I even went so far as like, taking a spiritual journey, just trying to make myself whole. Not saying by the time I met him, I was, but there are a lot of people who just don't want to do that internal work.
Yeah.
And they, go with buzzwords like chivalry and spoiling and all these other things that we see happening on social media. So they think that that's the life that they're supposed to live rather than just living the one that you're in. That's good for you.
Exactly.
That makes you happy because
Yes.
you got to go to sleep at night with you. So
Right.
it's just kind of like,
Oh my God.
yeah, to that point, why do people stay in these spaces rather than dealing with themselves? But I mean, I think it takes a lot of bravery to be by yourself. To
Yeah.
really own what that space truly looks like.
Yeah. I was just saying that the other day. It hurts. You know, if you're in a place with somebody that they can't love you the way you deserve, or they can't love you in your language. Because a lot of people, they're like, oh yeah, I love you. I love you. And you know they love you. But can you love me the way I need to be? And so I think a lot of people get confused when they hear the terms good man, good woman. Yeah, you might be a good man. You might be a good woman. But are you good for me? It's so many people that get upset too when they see those people move on and they get to dating somebody else and that's working over there, but it didn't work with y'all. And they will beat themselves up about it and be like, how you over there treating her better than you treated me? And I gave you this and I was there for you and da da da. Honey, he just never was your man. She never was your woman. And I think people just really, really have a hard time with that when they invest all that energy and those emotions and y'all done been through so much together. People tend to play off of those good moments and good memories, and all the bad ones they done already suppressed because they needed those good ones to stay where they were, right?
Absolutely.
Because if I think about the bad stuff you did to me, then I won't be able to keep who I thought was supposed to be for me.
I can't lie to myself.
Yeah, I can't lie to myself. So to answer your question, Marquise, people can't embrace being alone and getting themselves together because they just simply don't want to. It's really that simple. They don't want to. They're not ready to.
Yeah.
and they don't see their true value without that person there.
For me, I'm be honest. I stayed so long because the person that I fell in love with, I knew because saw it that it had a chance of coming back, right? But it was just bits and pieces here and there. You know, your partner understands and feels when you're disconnected. So
Yeah.
then they want to woo you. And it's like, oh, okay, I knew it was coming, but it don't last long, right?
Love bomb.
And then the thing for me is when I invest so much time, so much money, so much effort, it's like I don't want to start over. I invested too much. Why am I giving this up?
Right.
I put too much into this
Yeah.
whole thing, and I'm supposed to just walk away?
Yep.
Nah, no. I'm gonna weigh it out. I'm
So
gonna weigh
a
it
lot
out.
of people do feel like, oh, I'm about to just hand this dick on a platter. Believe it or not, a lot of women stay because the dick good. The head on point. Hey, I'm sorry. I know this is my show, y'all. Y'all know I be getting down with the real. We real. Yeah, we business women, but we women with needs too at the end of the day. And so as a woman who considers herself a boss, I feel like it means to fully embrace all that. The fact that I'm emotional, but I'm also logical. I'm at a place where I'm looking for balance. Balance means the world to me. The world to me. Balance means everything to me. No, I'm not about to sacrifice myself anymore for someone who doesn't see how much I matter. No, I'm not about to sacrifice myself for someone who doesn't see that they matter. I've been trying to tell you, you fucking matter. You don't see it. I've been trying to love on you. I've been trying to show you. At the end of the day, if a person is not ready to be loved, then they're gonna be a messed up individual to you. They're gonna be a messed up individual to you, and that's the person who typically signs up for a woman like us that ain't ready for us.
Lord
You
have
wasn't even
mercy.
fucking ready. What the fuck you fill out the job application for? Your ass wasn't qualified. You lied on your resume.
Lie.
I
The
should have checked your
mask.
references.
The mask.
I
came
should have
off.
checked your references. Matter of fact, let me call them exes.
You know what? High five to that. People do not want. Give me a high five. People do not want to spend the time on their past, but to me,
Yeah.
your exes matters. I want to know how consistent you was. I want to know your type, because 9 times out of 10, these men that wear masks that be with these fine, successful women, we are not they type, because your history shows this is what you like. But I am way out of your league. Me not thinking that I'm out your league, but you know that I'm out your league. As to why you even acting like this, right? So the fact that we even give them chances, and they got all this trauma, all this whatever they want to call it, as to why they cannot be right. We chose you already. That's when life should begin, right? But no, the insecurities, the inconsistency.
What I send you? What did I
I
send
was
you?
about to say it. I was going to say,
all for nothing, when you can just simply walk away and say that you're not ready, and you can be friends and still have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
But no, they don't want to do that. They want to drain your mental, your mind, your body, your soul, and still be defensive. I don't understand.
So I watched this little clip and I sent it to Brittany. I meant to send it to you. I'm sorry I didn't. But
she was triggering me like all evening. Like all evening for Kendra.
Let me see.
I appreciate the research. I love it though.
Tone, I'm about to send you something. Okay, let me get this. And
while she look for this, y'all, I'm gonna say something.
Oh,
so my thing is, men do not understand. If we want to form a relationship with you, we're gonna form a relationship with you no matter what, right? So the lies that you tell us is only hindering you. My thing is, everybody is messing with somebody while you meet them, regardless of how involved it is. You're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
People do not like to be honest. And so while they're trying to get out of that relationship to get to the person that they really want, they're being inconsistent and showing the new person that they're inconsistent. They probably lying, being sneaky, and then everything is all messed up. Why?
Girl.
Why is that?
Because they think we about to sit around and waste time and try to figure out why the fuck they so fucked up. That's why.
Yeah. The male ego.
Man,
Scary.
the thing is,
Scary
you heard that ride or die term, right?
Oh God. Yeah.
Since we
go
hear
both
about talking about
ways.
girl bosses, ride or die, right? Girl bosses are typically the ones targeted for that shit. We are targeted for that shit, meaning, oh, she got her shit together. I'm about to go holler at her. Even though I ain't ready for her and I don't got my shit together. And I ain't, like you said, nowhere in her league. I'm about to go shoot my shot. And a lot of the manipulation behind those type of interactions is heavy.
Heavy.
I was just looking on social media. This girl, she posted, oh my God. It's this luxury black girls group. I'm so ashamed of myself. I really like this guy and he's a bum.
Fun fact. I will take a bum that's willing to be coachable, to listen. Like I would take them to recreate them versus a nigga with a whole bunch of money. Because a dude with a whole bunch of money is controlling. He thinks all he can feed you is gifts and all of this, but with no time. After I got in my relationship, I would take a lesser man that's into me and that's willing to grow.
We gonna play a clip
What was y'all
because
think?
Marquise,
What
you
was
got
it?
me in my feels as far as
What
let's
you
talk
think?
about it.
Wait, she finna play.
But this is a really
Sometimes
Let's
in a
add value
marriage
to the
can start to create tension. We have two incredibly ambitious and driven people. Again, those don't have to be bad things. Those can actually be really powerful and useful qualities when things are imbalanced. But what can happen is if both individuals are used to calling the shots or making hard decisions at their job. For example, you have Dennis Sperling, right, who was a very successful lawyer, and then you have the missus, right, who in her own right is, sounds like she is, creating foundations. She is trying to change communities. Like she's making hard decisions, making money. Again, when those people are in their jobs, making those hard decisions, being the lead, calling the shots, when these two people get together in home life, both people can be leading, calling the shots.
Both can be leading, calling the shots. I don't agree with that.
So that's for you. That's for the 50-50 guys.
There's no. I don't want no 50-50 guys.
So much to unpack.
There's so
I
that's
don't
what
want
I said.
no
We're gonna have to
50-50
do a part two.
50-50 you by yourself.
Ain't no way we can't do a part two because there's so many pieces attached to this. Just this.
I don't want no
thing.
50-50 guys.
Okay, let me go back to you real quick. You said you were willing to take a man who needs some support. And the reason why that's tough is because I'm pretty sure we've all known that woman who's done that.
Man, we all been that woman. Well, I was that woman before.
Kendra, listen.
I've been that woman, man. I was like, you know
I
what?
might as well done it with the person I was with before. He made a lot of money, but shit, I don't know where the money was.
But
going.
he was a visionary. He has to be a visionary.
He is. He's
Are you a
gonna have to
visionary
be
if
one.
you ain't working on your own vision though?
See, that's the thing.
Sometimes
No.
people
That's
just need
the
a
thing.
chance.
No.
And those are the
No.
mistakes. Those are the mistakes. We want to talk about those.
Savannah?
We ain't gonna
No,
talk about the
Kendra.
mistakes. But listen, but then I also have to play devil's advocate, and I never play devil's advocate. Matter of fact, I hate fucking devil's advocate because a lot of times it is what it is, and just shut the fuck up. But today I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Q, Quinn, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up and hustle.
Where bro at? What up, bro? Shout out to Q. But what we're saying is a lot of the times when you're in these situations with people who have potential, that's what we'll call it, because that's what it is. A lot of us will fall for the potential. We'll fall for the story or the plan. But sometimes it ain't no real plan, man. It's most times it just ain't no plan. They done told the last girl that plan. They done told the girl before that plan. And the girl ain't around because it wasn't no real plan. And now they telling you the plan. And it's like, this plan sound good. And It ain't no motherfucking plan. Ain't no blueprint. Ain't no nothing. It's just, oh, I have a dream. Yeah, Martin Luther King had one of those, but I'm just saying, Martin
A
Luther
dream
King
is fine, but
he
make
had
it
a dream.
reality, though,
You
right?
gotta make
exactly.
a reality.
The
Make it
visionary
reality.
has to be. He has to be active.
That and yes, so and that was the problem. If you
The
are
imaginary
executing the
plan.
plan and that person still ain't jump behind his own plan, that plan ain't never been that plan.
right.
It don't take years either. Sometimes, like I said, we overstay our welcome.
Mhm.
We overstay our welcome because we feel guilty. We made promises not to leave and all this extra stuff.
Mhm.
No. Listen, where the camera at?
You see how she grabbed that microphone?
Next relationship I get in, you are on a 90-day probation.
TSA.
Ooh,
Whatever
they gotta get an
plan
interview.
that you told me and
Gotta
you
get
not
an interview.
executing
That's
it,
all dating.
you will get left.
This is dating, like she said.
You said
See,
what?
and
You
that's-
said what? You get left.
That's another problem.
90-day probation.
Man, how many
We gotta
people be
work on the
falling in love in a
retirement
week
plan.
though?
I don't care. You
People
on
be
90-day
in love in a
probation.
week.
90 days. I better
in
see
love
some
with?
results, or I don't got time to waste.
What is you in love with in a week? What the fuck?
The imaginary plan,
The
exactly.
imaginary plan.
Exactly.
Can't lead not a motherfucking thing. Don't even
Lead.
know where you headed in
And
life.
it's okay if you can't lead. Just let the
Yes.
woman lead, so you don't fucking lead
Lead us
us
to
into the
hell.
ocean and broke with nothing. Like what the hell?
But to the point of women being leaders, like the video said, she said if both people are basically in alpha spaces at work and they come home and heads are gonna butt.
Yeah.
And I hated that video because I think any girl, the girl boss, I feel like we can relate to.
yeah.
You would love to come home and just turn off your brain.
Yeah.
Yes,
And not
be under
have
your
to
man.
run another person. Like if we're busy at work, or whatever our career path is, calling the shots and all that other stuff all day, why would I want to come home and do that too if I know I have an alpha man at home?
Exactly.
Like, we're gonna be a team, or
But is he
You
really
wanna
alpha
turn it-
male though?
well, that's what she said in
Yeah.
the video. She was saying like two alpha people, like so.
Can barely coexist.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they can't both call the shots at home. And I'm like,
They
I
bump
would like to
heads.
believe those kind of people are more teammates than anything because they both know what it took to get to the spaces
Yeah.
they are.
But some
separately.
alpha people are at a standstill. I would love to come home too and take my hat off and let my man just.
But the thing is, he want to come home and do that too.
We can both do it. We have to
He
have
wanna come home too.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's again finding that balance with it and respecting each other is huge. Huge.
My man being into me and loving on me and taking care of me just gives me that extra. What's her name? She was a superhero warrior, Xena. Just give me that
Xena.
extra power. If my man loved me the proper way that I need to be loved on, there's nothing that we not gonna do.
And that has nothing to do
There's
with either
nothing
one of
we
y'all
not
jobs.
gonna do.
Yeah.
There's
That's why I was
nothing
just
we
kind of like, what? No, that doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
for me with that video.
Yeah, like for her, I think it was more so like she was trying to make sense of it all, but
Don't
girl,
speak in spaces you don't occupy.
I got the
Yeah.
gist of it. But some alpha people is a standstill person. They want to be alpha. How you running shit and you don't got shit? How you running shit and you don't got no action?
well, I
in
think
your
some
dreams?
people, and that's another thing. Some people can do that at work and they can work with strangers just fine. But then when it comes to people that they care about and they love, they don't know what the fuck they doing because they can't handle them the
And that's
same.
when they gotta take the back seat.
Some people they just can't handle them the same. The guards are down more. They are more lenient. They let shit fly. They go more with their heart and they don't listen to what their mind is telling them. So
So if you was my man, right? I'm like, babe, I need my time. I need my Fridays. We need our date night. I don't want no kids, no phones, no nothing. I need my time to you. Would you consider that nagging or being inconsiderate, or would you give me my time?
I mean, me personally, quality time is my second love language. So that's important to me. So personally, that's something I could give easily. I would rather spend time with somebody that I really love and care about and invest in than being stingy and going over here and contributing to something else that ain't gonna fucking matter later on.
That can't do what your woman can
So,
do, right?
I mean,
What
don't
about
know.
you? Would you give me my time? Or would it be-
Absolutely. We already have it. Like in my world, like, you know, if anything, I'm concerned if we're not already spending that kind of time.
Mhm.
You know, like not necessarily have a set date night, but like making it a point. I mean, life gets busy. Like if we're going with that same scenario of two alphas, pretty sure their schedules get crazy. They miss each other, whatever the case is.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you're going to be my partner and come back to the table and say like, I want to see you. I want to be
Is that
in our
nagging?
space. Absolutely not. It
Nope.
shouldn't be for somebody who actually likes
Yeah,
you.
if you like me for real.
Would you give me my
For
time?
somebody who actually
You gotta
likes
like me
you,
for
it
real.
shouldn't be.
Would you give me my time? Would you give me what I want?
You really gonna ask that question? Yeah.
Okay.
I like how he said two alphas can't be good together. Iron is supposed to sharpen iron.
To that point, right?
Yes, love on me. Send the kids some down where. Let's get a fucking hotel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like no phones. It's just us. We don't
Yeah.
even really got to be doing that. It's just rewiring our minds, our emotions, our everything.
It's like a decompress.
there you go. A decompress.
Absolutely.
A check-in.
Absolutely. And to this point, iron sharpening iron, like how great would it be to have a partner that you can talk about your vision with?
Yeah.
That you can sit down and like talk about your
That
plans.
can be your girlfriend too.
And they're gonna be like,
You supposed to be my best friend, right?
They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, what we doing? What we doing? Let's go.
Let's work on this
You know
thing.
your friend's a horrible friend. You know his ass, baby. I would never. I know, right? And Keisha ass, she her fucking ass. I know, babe. That's how
Exactly. Give me that. Yes. Yes. Get in all the levels. All the levels.
Yeah.
These fucking kids, we're gonna get them together. I know, and that little motherfucker right there. We all gonna get home.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
happened at work. I want to handle it this way, but blah blah. Yeah, absolutely.
be my
100%.
best friend.
Yes.
A lot of people lose that when they get in relationships. And for the life of me, I don't understand why can't you be my best friend? I want to be able to come home and be like, this nigga thought he had a chance. Baby, look at this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This
Yes.
nigga hit on me, and you be like, and you laugh, not get defensive about it because you already got the prize.
Girl,
Women aren't the prize.
I
you
love
guys.
showing the inbox. Yeah,
Sprinkle,
niggas. If you in them inbox, my man saw it too.
Like, if you like me, they like me, right?
Exactly.
We eye candy.
Right.
Most men just don't know how to accept that. We're supposed to laugh about that type of stuff. I feel like that's probably like 50% of the problem. They
Mhm.
not being our best friend.
I love that you said that because that friendship it matters.
It's important.
It's the core.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
But most importantly, a man who is confident in himself can see his woman walking in her purpose
Yes.
and just be there to support.
Yes. Yes.
And he can still do him.
No one to take the fucking back seat. You still
Yeah, and
helping.
it's not a competition. Have you ever seen a man be in competition with his woman?
Yes, I have. I lived it.
It is the most dangerous situation ever.
Dangerous.
That is a dangerous situation.
it's terrifying.
It's like sleeping with the enemy.
It really is.
Why
And
are we
you don't
co-
even know you're like competing.
Exactly.
Why are we
It's
It's
competing
an
though?
imaginary competition
Why though?
because he
What the
feel
fuck
like
is
he
going
need to make more money than you. You make more money. You the breadwinner. He got an issue with it.
This is probably off
like-
the topic, right? So I have a best friend that's a male.
So
And they do what works for them. And I love their relationship.
I am not saying anything. This is a girl show today.
I love their relationship.
yeah.
She's the breadwinner, but he take care of the kids, take care of the child, take care of the household, everything. But it works for them. And I think people are so caught up in society norms and this social media. You have to do what's best for your household.
Yes.
So if I'm the breadwinner and you the stay-at-home dad, I'm happy with that. So as my friend, why are we even discussing this? You know what I'm saying? We are not trying to make outside happy. We're doing what's best for our household. And I think
Yes.
that's what a lot of people problem. They want to go with the flow and always got to explain themselves to other people. If this works for us and we're happy in this space, what's the problem?
I seen this post today. Somebody said, I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to figure it out. My man. Fuck that. I want to think about it. I want to figure it out. I'm sorry. I can't be that woman that's not sitting there trying to help you figure it out. I'm not going to just have you running around here trying to do it by yourself. Like, that's not me. That's not my energy. You can't be with an alpha woman. You can't be with a girl boss if you don't allow her to be a part of the process.
Partner.
You gotta let me in. I need to know
We gotta do
what's
this shit
going
together.
on. We gotta do it together.
gotta do it together.
Partnership.
Partnership.
Ain't no, I ask you how your day was, and you be like, Oh, it was good, and you're not giving me the deets.
But your
Nigga, no,
boys
for real.
know, and your mom know,
How
and your
was your day, for
kids
real?
know. Like, what?
I'm on the outside.
Are they finna help
Yeah.
you? Or you gonna
Yeah.
come to me for help at the last minute when I don't know shit?
And then we save it anyway.
Exactly.
The last minute we end up saving it,
We
like a
end up
girl boss
saving it.
would.
Right.
Because we want to
Girl.
show best bosses. Like, I got it. What you need?
We can't help it. It's in our nature.
It is. It's part of us. So this is a great
Y'all gotta
show.
put the pride down.
Man, before we go, Brittany, I want you to go ahead and drop your deets for your real estate because I want people to buy their house from you.
Oh, fantastic. Buy or sell or
Buy
invest.
or sell, invest, whatever y'all want to do.
Rentals. Anytime anything goes in a roof over your head, land to buy, you want to build, anything having to do with real estate in general, please call your favorite realtor of Greater Milwaukee area.
Yay.
Okay? Let's see. Let me get my. Okay, so I have a virtual business card. So the best way to get a hold of me is on that.
Okay.
So I guess I should have been ready. So it's cards /BRITTNY_KEYS. Brittny Alexandra Keys, BRITTNY, no A, no E. On Facebook. Brittny Keys.realtor on Instagram. But yeah, the way to find me through all of that again is dot.cards, CARDS /BRITTNY_KEYS.
Yes.
And then you get all my contact information. My selling tips book is on there.
Awesome.
Yep.
Mm.
Websites,
So you have a
all that
selling
fun
tip book?
stuff. Yes.
Let's
Oh, well,
go.
girl, I'm gonna need that.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Go check on my my link. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
And it's a digital copy on there, giving you the selling tips of how to be successful in selling a home.
Brittany, would you say that you like data? Are you somebody that needs to know how the business works by knowing the numbers?
Oh,
Are you a numbers girl?
I am a numbers girl that likes to make numbers talk.
Okay.
My whole model is making sense of every cent. So I dig into the numbers so that I can translate it and make it make sense to you.
I need you. I need you so bad.
I'm here
I need her
with
so
you.
bad.
I actually brought a gift for you, and I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna
It's
be here
okay.
until last minute. Otherwise, I'd have brought you one too.
It's okay.
But the whole space of I'll give it to you. I remember that journal I was mentioning in
Yeah.
your chat in your last episode.
Oh, I want one now.
I created a journal around that whole space because, especially I feel like with COVID, there were a lot of business babies that were born out of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I feel
they
like
was.
a lot of people know what they want to do. They have their thing and they know how to sell it, but they don't always dig into their why to get down to why they're spending the money on marketing, why they're spending the dollars to connect with this person for this system, et cetera, et cetera. So I was originally building something else and I was trying to create an intake form. And in my banking experience, I became really good at having those, structured conversations around trying to figure out what your life is like, what you need in products and services, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
It came to me that people aren't always ready to answer questions just because you know how to ask them.
Ooh.
Some people need a moment to step back and really think about
and
it.
process. Yeah.
So I
I'm a
created a
processor.
journal. Exactly. And I want to respect that, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to be ineffective to you in servicing you just because you can't give me something in the immediate term because I'm ready to receive it because I've done this 100 times, right?
Mm.
You are having your first experience with me and I'm
Yeah.
asking you a question you probably haven't even thought about. So I created this, it was supposed to be an intake form, but then it turned into 40 questions. So then it went to a journal space. So yeah, making sense of every cent, coming down to the space of why you're doing, why you're spending what you're spending as a business owner. So I will gift you your journal when we leave today, and then I will be sure to share one with you.
I'm gonna hound you. I'm gonna
Yes.
hound you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you are glowing too.
Oh,
Just so
thank
you
you.
know.
She big glows.
Man, she is
Oh, yes.
glowing.
Oh, y'all making me blush. Thank
No,
you.
seriously. You are beautiful, girl.
Thank you.
I gotta say that. You are beautiful. You are glowing.
It's this
is
beautiful girl boss energy. It happens.
Girl.
It comes off of you guys too. Like you said, when people have ugly spirits, you feel that.
Yes.
And you can't feed off of ugly spirits. So I wouldn't be feeling this way, looking this way if it wasn't sitting between you two.
Oh, you
Oh,
are
thank
just the
you.
sweetest.
We need a part two,
and you
Ken.
are radiant. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
go.
I love
We
that.
are shining.
Let's
we are
go.
glitter.
Yes, 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 yes. I would love that.
That's all I'm saying. This is what it's about. It's about the sisterhood,
Loving women,
Man.
beautiful, intelligent,
empowerment.
Yes.
Y'all see Girlfriend, Sister,
Yeah.
all them successful shows.
I'm still
Yeah.
sad about Girlfriends ending the way it did, but
Oh.
we'll move on. We'll move on.
Girl, but yes, this has been a great time. I've really enjoyed both of you ladies.
Thank you. for
Really
having
Enjoyed
me.
you as well,
It
beautiful.
is
It's
always a
fantastic.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure. Girl, I ran into your ass on Brady Street.
I know. Love. She's like, come here, stop playing with me.
Oh, that's another thing. We live our lives. So I'm glad. Cheers to living
Definitely
our
live
lives.
our lives every moment.
Cheers to what we say? Grace over grind.
Amen.
Grace over grind.
Amen.
Y'all take that word with y'all tonight.
Grace over grind.
Grace over grind. You can be anything you want to be, but don't you dare sacrifice your sanity for little old you, for big old you, whatever you feel. Because sometimes we feel small enough to where we don't need to be in big spaces. I'm that way. I'm somebody who I'm introverted, but I'm extroverted around the people I
Oh, you're
love.
introvert.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
an ambivert.
Okay.
See the shoulder. See the shoulder. Shoulder going. Oh my God. Yes. But sometimes it's okay to be strong. Like it's okay for us to want to go away. Have you ever been like that? Like I just want to go away for a little while. I just want to get away from the world, and I just want to.
I do that at least once a
Mm.
week. I have to do that to decompose, like you said, and
Yeah.
to get my mental back together and to get my schedule back together. Because if I don't, I'm not gonna be good to nobody.
Yeah.
And I
That
think
is
that,
self care.
and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we want to be big, and we want to be out here, and we want to conquer the world.
Still big.
Yeah.
Still
But other
big.
times,
We gotta take that moment
I
for
just want
ourselves.
to conquer myself.
Sometimes it's D&D time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. You have to do that. in
You
order
have to
grow.
do that. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all the feedback. You guys tapping in tonight was amazing. Thank you so much. I will see you again next week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. I'm your host, Kendra, and this is Mind My Own Podcast. Have a good night. Salute.